While we have been focused, I'm sure you've noticed, on President Trump's deployment of the National Guard here in Washington, D.C., National Guard will soon be mobilized in a state in the Midwest. Iowa Republican Governor Kim Reynolds this week directed the state's National Guard to assist with immigration and customs enforcement operations. This will begin next month. The move has won the support of Iowa Republican Senator Joni Ernst.
They are not doing the law enforcement functions, but they're providing support to those agencies. I do fully support that, and I support President Trump's initiative to make sure that our country is safer and secure.
CBS News Iowa station. This is in Des Moines. KCCI, a phenomenal affiliate of ours. Chief political reporter Amanda Rooker joins me now to discuss this and so much more going on in Iowa politics, because it's been a busy summer.
Very busy.
Talk to my audience about this move by the governor and how it's being received.
Yeah, well, it's not entirely surprising, Major. The governor in previous years has sent Iowa National Guard down to Texas to assist with immigration efforts. So it didn't shock the state necessarily that she would deploy Iowa National Guard in our own backyard in Iowa, although, as Senator Ernst mentioned, administrative logistics. Right. However, they haven't deployed yet. They deploy in September. We're already seeing, some impact of President Trump's immigration policies in Iowa. So it will be interesting to see if that accelerates with this deployment or not.
In my travels in Iowa, I came across those who said, yes, there are immigrants in Iowa, some of them undocumented, but they work in meat processing places, they work in agriculture, and they have incorporated themselves into our communities. And an ambivalence general about a super aggressive crackdown. Has that manifested itself in Iowa?
I mean, Iowa is the #1 hog producer in the country. I believe we have the 20 businesses, top meat processing businesses in the country are in Iowa, and certainly migrant labor is important to that sector and those businesses. So, I mean, the concern about that is real. Recently, there was 200 workers who were in Iowa through a humanitarian parole program that the president terminated. The meat processing plant told them that their legal status had been revoked and that they were going to be let go. And that, I mean, the impact of that can't be understated in terms of those people likely had kids in schools in that community. They had homes in that community, plus just the impact to the economy. If you lose 200 workers at a business, what does that do to the city? What does that do to the consumer at the plant? So there are lots of those questions. At the same time, I mean, many voters in Iowa in 2024 said border security was incredibly important to them. So there's a balance of they want the community to feel safe, but they don't want it to disrupt their local economy.
Non-Iowa caucus-related stuff. There's real stuff going on in Iowa right now. Open governor's race, open Senate race.
Incredibly busy. It's like the caucuses ended, and then boom, we were back to the political races. There's a lot going on.
So, very quickly, the Iowa Senate race, Joni Ernst.
Right.
Possibly.
She said within less than a month she's going to make an announcement
about whether she's going to seek re-election.
Right. She has a campaign manager, but she hasn't made an announcement yet.
And 5 Democrats have already jumped in.
Right. It's weird. I mean, we still have more than a year until the general election, and there are 5 Democrats running.
And 5 pretty serious Democrats.
Yeah, I mean, you have 3 of them that have legislative experience that are known within the state, within the party. You have Jackie Norris, who was the former chief of staff to Michelle Obama, worked on Barack Obama's caucus campaign. And then you have a working class veteran Democrat. So lots of different flavors depending on where maybe the direction of the party goes.
And Governor Reynolds not running for re-election.
Right. And so that is generating a lot of interest and attention. I mean, there are no term limits for governors in Iowa. So if you can get in, you could potentially stay in that seat for a long time. And so an open seat race is generating a lot of buzz.
Someone I knew pretty well, Governor Terry Branstad, would tell you can stay there for a very, very long time. Amanda Rooker, it's so great to have you here. Thanks so much for coming by.
Thank you, Major.